Right. Why are there a million different overlays, YouTube? Okay, that seems to be okay. Damn, my voice is a lot more crispy, like it cooked, than I thought it would be. Oh well. Right. Hello. My name is Jardon. My voice is fucked. But here we are, yes, another live stream that I occasionally do. And the guarantee with these live streams is that they sometimes exist, which, well, what more could you ask for? That was English, grammatically. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. And why is there skulls coming off me? Trial Omen. It would have been fitting more if it was Bad Omen. Just in my opinion. But yeah, today is quite simple, really. I am doing an outline, which is nice, because it doesn't mean I'm doing a whole entire castle. I'm just doing the outline of a future project that'll take me years. If I commit to it, you know. The great thing is, I don't have to, but I plan to. You need a bath. So true, Diggin. So true. I do plan to commit to this project as the whole castle thing. Essentially, in my history of playing this game, I've always wanted to build a castle. That's not a crazy thing. Most people do. I've done this twice. Once when I was very, very young on Pocket Edition. And it was an alright castle. And a second time when I was still very young, but on Java, on another world. Actually, I could quickly look at that for reference. If this is at the correct point. The problem is, with this castle, it was an atrocious failure. And was a bit flaccid in too many ways for my liking, and unfinished. The original castle was much more simple and a much more homely and pleasant build to behold. Whereas this one is, well, it exists, but don't worry, that is the past, and we can always go back to the present. Where it's much nicer, much safer. And, my god, wool for planning. That's the fancy thing people do. I don't plan things. But here we are. Now let's play some dramatic Undertale music. No, that's too loud. Luckily, to the help of Dashiko, which I feel like I'm always saying in these streams, which, because there's truth to it. So we thank Dasha. She helped me earlier by completing more of this platform, which is connected to some of like the Java end islands, and also expanded this area because I need it to do this entire island. So we do have the rough beginnings of a castle, but now I've got more space. I want to adjust the walls slightly, which requires getting some blackstone and doing some circle mass, which is fine. I can manage. I don't plan things as you plan things. I know, I am a logical fallacy, just as an entire creature of being. A better way of putting it is like, I don't typically plan things, but in the castle that I've been waiting to do for like 15 years, I might as well plan the fucking thing. It's a good idea, I think. Potentially. For that, I have trial chamber loot on me. That's fun. Let's put that away. And this is, of course, the wall to mark out the outlines. And there's even a little guide sheet, because I'm so nice to future me. Yeah. Okay, the big longs. Thank you, past me. That's not very helpful. Yellow are the entranceways, green are the outer walls, magenta is the inner walls, and orange is fucking towers. Cool. Thanks, past me. You did a great job, buddy. You know, you might pick that up as sarcasm, But, you know, there is some truth to my hubris. Let's swap out for being a Spongus, because that pickaxe needs healed. But yes, the goal of today is quite simple. Just to expand the outline a bit nifty. Right, I'll leave that there. Am I going to be lazy and just chuck it into the sorting system, even though it won't sort into there? Absolutely. Luckily, these connect to the sorting system. Some of this will go in, just not the majority of it. I'll keep the shulker on me. I need some freaking deep slate to mark out the walls. But yes, I connected a lot of the songs, and you know, Dasha, future Dasha, if you're watching this, as your podcast whilst you do something else grindy for your own world, here's a little treat. There you go. That's how you work with friendship, right? It just becomes very transactional. No. I'm going the wrong fucking way. Which block do I need? This one. 63 fucking bricks, oh god. Where's the stone cutter, man? I should check if the connected textures thing is back. I can't remember what that's called. Future Daska? Yes, Future Daska. Please educate me. I think it's just connected textures or something. Or continuity? There's no continuity in these fucking streams. Stone cutter, fuck yes. Yay, that should do. I almost want to get rid of this to give more space for the castle, but I do want to keep shape-wise. I guess I can just reverse the L. It just becomes a bit more basic. That's okay. I'm a bit basic. Yeah, I feel like the connection there makes more sense logically anyway. Even if I was to remove that tower completely, and that tower, move that one back. Essentially, I'm just remodeling, but I can't really do that on that size, and I want them to be symmetrical. Nah, those can be like courtyards or like buildings and stuff. I'm underestimating the space. It is still big, it just doesn't feel big because it's a big fucking scale. Like, if I zoom in, there's sure a lot of space here to do something. I could fit an entire fucking Walmart here. And I've never even seen a Walmart. Crazy. Right. Back to the planning. Yes, you know, I'm so sick of hearing the planning stage is the most important stage. There is truth to that. Because if you plan shit, well, you're gonna get shit. And if you plan less shit, wow, you might get less shit. That's your fun fact for the day with me. We'll have a look how like the shape looks and judge from there. If it's very generic, because I'm not like other girls, you know, it's gotta be different. Okay, that is just weird. It's just like, why the guys making this wall? Why did they just jut out there for like the tiniest bit? It would make more sense to have like a diagonal wall, but I don't know if I can pull it off. Or to replicate that tower here. I'm gonna have to expand the island on that side, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. Experiment with the shape on this side, figure out later, the ramifications of that. Expanding the island is not the end of the world. We've already done it before. I just don't want to continuously do it. But yeah, that was sea shanty. Let's be human. These frickin' tower bases are very easy to make. They're just destructible. The problem is, I think if I mine this, I will end up in the void, or at least the blocks will. We can leave it as a reference, I guess. Or somewhat of a reference. If I mine that, yeah, that's what I thought. I should have bought some redstone. I've still got time. Go get some redstone. Do not go into the void. No, not even close, baby. It was the fucking wall. It probably would have just been more efficient to just walk off half floats down my roof. Okay, endstone, where are you? That is not endstone. That is some endstone. We only need like 7 stacks. 6 or 7 stacks, not the fucking Christ. But that was not intentional. I don't think I want to keep the tower here just because we've already got enough towers. And like the more cluttered it becomes, the more hard it's going to be on me. And also the more weird it's going to look. Like, yes, there needs to be some sort of like system to this. Like where like, oh, in castle, blah, 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 they would have a tower here because, oh no, they've got a blind spot there. I don't know. I'm not some master fucking architect. Tragic reveal, I know. Right. Yeah, but instead, if I have this wall go to that lens, then I don't know if I want to completely replicate what I did there. That's not the worst idea. Oh, should I keep that almost then? Connect, connect. I suppose that makes sense. Well, I'm glad I didn't completely remove it then. But I do need to remove it this bit here. Yeah, that's fine. How touching. As I'll just give space for the palace to breathe, which will be a lot less repetitive, whereas these walls, I do plan to take chunks out of them, because why not, but they will be pretty symmetrical. And like, you know, it's not the end of the world. A wall's a wall. I don't think it's keeping anything out, but it's certainly a wall. I just really need... The one thing I should be trying to block off in the end is the fucking portal, because that's the secret to destroying my base, is placing somewhat respawn anchors. But that's going to be like in the main courtyard, so that's going to be very open. I should definitely summon the dragon back in a copy later down the line and see how much of my shit it destroys. As much as I don't have deep slate, like as much as I should, I'm still going to let this go down there. And I'm sorry for anyone who finds that painful. Just remember, you can take better care of your resources in your own world. I'm not... See, I'm saving the resource of time, but I'm really not, because I just get more deep slate down the line. Well, okay. Thank you. It's such a fucking precarious castle. In canon, it's just on like a small like shelf of like endstone that's like fucking 1 meter thick. Like, this entire half of... If physics were the slightest bit real in this game, this entire half would snap off into the fucking void. Well, I guess the island wouldn't really be floating in the first place, but, you know. Sometimes you question things, sometimes you shouldn't. Okay, it'll be a bit harder to figure out the center of this. We'll figure it out, it's fine. One way or another, we'll get there. That's always the way. Play the fucking sad music after saying that, okay. Dodo, dodo. Okay, where does that line up? Not quite. I see the way I have to line it up, figure it out. I need to go down this line, and that'll be 5. I could check my coordinates, but I'm close enough that it should be fine, yeah. I'll cut this back. Three, 4, 8. Hell yeah, brother. That works. I say, I've put fucking like 20 of these towers already, like, not the towers, but the outlines. You would hope I would be able to remember at least this pattern. Let's see the shape of that. Well, it is kind of just... It does feel a lot more real. We are building a fucking fantasy castle, but you know, the shaping is less bizarre now. It still is a bit weird, but I don't hate it, and that's what matters. I just need more space on that side. We can still place things. Cool. I'll adjust what I've done on the other side just so I don't get, you know, changing things and have to mirror. And I change shit tons of stuff dramatically, it's gonna make it confusing. And, you know, if you've got limited brain cells, you gotta put them to good use. You gotta get your value out of them. Let's first reverse the L. Cool, I do have a lighter on. And like, there should be an entire back section of the castle, so we need the fork and space, mate. Okay, well this is already gonna go into the fucking void, but just don't be an idiot. Do not open your inventory or you shall die. Is that our center? Hell yeah. I am blind, but just enough not to reverse the L. Okay, and then what? I need to... Right. Build a tower there. So I should expand the island in the meanwhile, but also remove that line so I know. Okay. I'm a simple man, chat. Love it when I mine a block and I don't fall into the void. That's always a win that I'm willing to take. I don't think I'm concerned about flattening this area just because I want like very terrain and like the towers can like rise out of it anyway. Like it's not a problem. That's right, yeah. I remove this tower, open this space, connect tower, bang, boom. You got a fucking castle. Well, at least it wasn't into the void. Kind of just let it happen as well. Just accepted my fate. Please don't do with that with the void, future me. Please no. Don't accept that fate. Fucking fight for freedom. For freedom? What am I, American? Well, there's nothing wrong with fighting for freedom necessarily. But fight to not fucking die. You know, that's a good start. Small wins. Don't die. Or die after you've built the fucking castle. And that's still a win in my books. Right, I need a real intense song to... There we go. I think I'm gonna place the walls stupidly first and then do the stuff under. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the fucking voids just because I don't want to have to do more end placing than I have to. Oh, I could just do a line around there. It wouldn't be that hard. Nah, we'll go over the void. What's the fun of a stream if there's not a bit of anxiety into fucking placing things? Sometimes you've got to make your own stakes and then make the mistakes. I don't think I need to actively seek mistakes in life. I've made plenty. But it's fine. Ugh. Rightio. Let's fucking do it. Okay. I shall have to use the other spot as a reference, but this is so fucking stupid. Why am I doing it like this? Chat, I'm self-aware, okay, so you could acknowledge that, alright? Don't acknowledge it, just accept it. I don't need acknowledgement, just you're suffering. Okay, so it's along this axis I need to... And we'll even be good and place some end stone. Yeah. That way it'll give us a reference and we can build the wall. The tower. Okay, we'll just build it up. Beautiful. Why am I placing this? I'm gonna get... It's fine. It's consistently inconsistent, and what else could you want in life? Full off, bucko. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm always so nervous over the void of not falling in, but just clicking Q on like a netherite item. That's gonna happen inevitably. I just hope it doesn't happen to one of the shit I've had like since 2016. I should really just get new gear to avoid this problem. But I'm also like... I don't like the idea of just stuffing things away because they're like historical. Like, it's cool to still use them. At the end of the day, it is just a fucking texture in this block game. It's fine if it's lost. It's not the end of the world. Okay, there we go. Bye-bye, stone. You're going into the void. That sucks for you, I guess. I was hoping... Oh, there is a deeper layer. We can place it in stone. Hell yeah, big win. Alright, so let's figure out the center. I don't need to figure out anything, I just need to place. What is concerning is there's going to be gaps under the stone. But I'll get around to it eventually. Choices. I need to also experiment with gradients, with like what color I actually want to do the castle, because I don't want to just do a grey castle. especially considering the walls are grey and black. Obviously, grey and black are predominantly the fucking stone in the game, so I will have to work with some of it. But I might try use a lot of like calcite. I already need calcite for the fucking interior. I don't know. I need to look on Pinterest. That's the main thing. Find some inspiration for like a kind of like towers. It could all vary, to be fair. If I can make it look not shit. Okay. Okay, we should have this shape. Hell yeah. It's fun because none of this is like level. But as long as there's an outline, we know it. Right, let's see. How does that overall feel? It does make the castle feel a lot more centered and a lot more space to grow, like there and behind. Like, I'll leave this area open for like buildings and woods and things. But yeah, we can actually make this work. That was a good choice. And the walls are a bit more, the towers are a bit more symmetrical, I should say. Just like overall even. But not in like a overly horrific way. They should build up together at the back. Now, the real question is, how do I do these last ones? Because I want to leave more space back here. I guess I could go back with these further. I'm just going to have to expand the island even more. The dump truck of this island is becoming too big. You can see where like Vordash is placed already as well. Just like this flat slab. Because I don't really want to go past this point, obviously, as in the farm and this doesn't function. I don't think I need to, anyway. I almost need to shape it back around there. Well, it's worth it for a long-term project, you know. Christ, I should have lit it up. Because what the fuck? Do I have my pumpkin on? No. I don't even have the pumpkin on. What the fuck am I doing? This is why I die. Where is the goddamn pumpkin? Is it in one of the junk boxes? That one surprised me. I think it's a yellow box. Is this a junk box? Yeah, it is. Okay. No. I want you on my head, so the Endermen don't look at me rudely. Hell yeah. That works. Okay, and oh, fucking hell, that's a party. Okay, no, I didn't invite you over here. You can stay over there for all I care. Right. Do an endstone outline and do not fall into the fucking void, okay? Can we manage that? I think we can. Of course the levels of this are getting insane as well, like... making terraforming, like, even this, like, temporary endstone scaffolding very annoying. But hey, it's part of the charm. That's all I have to say, right? Oh, hello, Enderman. I came a bit close. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to get in your personal space. Oopsie whoopsie. Okay, we don't want a tower on the very fucking edge of the island, ideally. I need to maybe expand that terraforming a bit more, like a bit more circular. Ugh. We can do another line. Needs more space. Almost go out a little bit. And come back around. Give that some birth. worth any of it. It's fine. No, Enderman, don't unalive yourself. You're so pretty. Oh, poor Enderman, silly. Okay. I feel like the shaping is effective. Yeah, that is kind of what I need to go for. I need to actually like terraform, like I am, not do diagonal. I will need to bring it out a bit more still. Be careful like that, yeah. Yes. Yesn't. You want to check something actually quickly as well. Okay, awesome. Underbelly. Gross. Gross. I think I am aiming for like an hour's stream because I very much wanted to stream today, but it is not exactly the right timing to do it. Just with exams and everything. Just as in, I'm dead from that slightly. I'm dead in every stream, to be fair. That's not a new. It's not exactly new. It's like, yeah, it's kind of the fucking bare minimum at this point. I've given us the tiniest piece to expand. Like, nice curvature, me, but not quite. Is that gonna be enough? I don't think it's gonna be enough. But I also don't want to go dramatically back, because that would be quite weird. I could almost go in a bit. Center tower? Does it almost converge on a massive back tower? I don't think so. I think I'm underestimating this space. But also not. Gotta figure it out here. Okay, I'll go back from there and expand the line a little bit more. Nah, it'll be fine. Just adapt. Just adapt, man. I'm sure future you will complain about this, but I don't care. I'm not future me, not just yet. Give me like 10 minutes and then I'll be like, ah. Sometimes the things I do are my own fault. Wow. As if they've ever been someone else's fault. I don't know who the fuck I'm trying to blame. Sorry to the person. I haven't given a name, but yeah. I'll blame Toy Cat. There you go. It's all your fault, Andrews. Clearly the Jardons are stolen from that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, let's figure out these towers. I think I'm just gonna make it work. That ridge was needed regardless if I do it back anyway. I think, because you can't just have it a few blocks hanging. Cool. Fun teams. Let's go like 11 blocks from each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 23. Crazy. 11. And then we can almost do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just wondering, I don't need to pot a thing at everything. It's kind of a bit too short. Yeah. It needs to be more than 11. Maybe 19? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19. And then if I was to turn... I feel like it feels a lot more right, especially if the space there turns with it. And it kind of hits the edge of the castle, yeah. Because I'll do like a wing back and diagonal there. So we can work with diagonals in the castle itself. And we do want space for like the Great Hall. So I do need to... Yeah, fucking pivot, mate. So it was all 19, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Just for consistency's sake, I'll do 19 here. Because then it'll feel a lot more geometric. And it'll be less contentious. And then I'll do 2 final towers and do a line across, and they shall have the shape of the walls. It's definitely a big improvement from earlier, just a few tweaks. Just made it feel like less bland. Maybe not practical. The thing is, when people are like, it's gotta be historically accurate, I'm sure an idiot also designed a castle at some point, okay? So, maybe it's not historically the best, but who's to say, well, you know, presumably someone in the position of designing a castle had a lot of wealth, but wealth doesn't inherently equal intelligence or wisdom. I think we know that from society. So someone could have built a really dumbass castle, and I'm just replicating that. Like, if I was ever to get a history nerd, like, yeah, you probably know the examples of the best and successful castles because they survived. But what about Fort fucking Shitface? I don't think you know anything about Fort fucking Shitface because it got obliterated. Yeah. And that is just justification for my education on the history of fucking castles. As if human history is, like, beautifully kept anyway and not fucking biased. By certain elements. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then we pivot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then we look and we're like, whoa. Yeah, that isn't too small of a space. It is a choice. I've just made a really, like, wide buff man shape with this. He's got his, like, stubby legs there. And his arms are just thick. The shoulders are thick. And then he just has a tiny head. It's like a sumo wrestler. Damn, I'm a genius. What a design. Oh, right. And I shall bring this over from here. I'm not too worried about the texturing I'm doing here. Like, obviously, it is like very broad strokes. A lot of this is at different levels, so it doesn't really fucking matter too much yet. I presume on the 19th block I did do the thing. Did I do the thing? I did do the thing. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good, good, good. Then that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And, whoa, that's connected now. I'll remove that. And There we go. Vibey time. Slick. Hell yeah. Almost. Perfect. That. And then I just need to connect them, or I've already done that. I think I've already done that. Yes. Yeah, no, that works. And how many towers do I have to fucking build now? Just at the castle walls. I saw 7, 14 still. Yeah. Well, 14 towers is not... It's not what? The end of the world, I guess. Yeah, true. And let alone... Well, true, I literally do have zoom. So that's just the entranceway, man. I need to expand that quite back. Yeah, it's time to put this deep slate. And I guess work on the castle, because I'm more concerned about that, and then I can focus on the endstone at some other point. And then eventually the terraforming of this, which this felt like such a big chunk for a while, but now that we've fucking expanded the butt of the island, it's nothing in comparison. Once the walls are a good border, that I will probably do this all around the walls. And leave the inside of the castle, because I want space for things. As you can imagine. It's funny from above, because it's like all flat, obviously, from that angle. But then here it gets all, like, confusing. Ah! Joys of tools. And wait, let's get rid of this deep slate and get some wool in the hands. We need a throne room, essentially. Maybe not a throne room. I don't know. I'm kind of like, do I really want to do like the stereotypical thing? But if you're going to build a fucking castle, you might as well build a throne room, especially at this scale. Might as well. I don't think you're going to be any more humble if you know, don't build a fucking throne. Might as well build a cool throne. I can be obnoxious from that, and we can all cherish that. I shall keep the endstone on me just in case, and also there's no room for it in the storage system. I should check out this. Should I work on this today? No. Enchanting room, that seems fine. Yeah. I fixed a lot of the songs, but I just came to the very final page, and I have not done that. Okay. What is filling the wall? I'll need a fair bit of magenta for interior. Red, I don't even know what I'm gonna use that for. Orange. Yellow, which I've not used really. Light blue. We can always save that. Okay. Right, so we're kind of like half a circle almost here. And that's the entranceway. That's fine. And we almost just wanted it to be a very long pool. As if I'm taking opinions on the matter. No, there's no we here. There is me. I want it to be a fucking long haul, okay? Does it need to be wider? I think it does. Because you want to go into the entrance and then you want to go through here and to open up slightly. So I should wall from like there. Obviously, we haven't got the most space in the world. We can almost make it an oval, and I think that'll work out well, because it can be like a very like wide throne room. Yeah, I'm a genius. Who doesn't want a wide throne room? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And I think we just, yeah. We'll keep doing that to a central point. I know. Then go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have a wall along for like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or maybe 9. Or maybe 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It doesn't matter if the interior walls are actually exterior walls in reality, it's just mapping it out as the main concern. I should have brought the shares with me, especially as I don't want these. I want these to be single blocks, just to be clear. On like the planning front. As we want the thinnest kind of shape possible to maximize the room, I guess. How does that feel? I don't think that's bad. No. I just don't want I don't want it to be a very phallic shape, but I think I've already counted that earlier. Because of course if the castle was just the entrance and the hall, then this would not be a good image. But we're not doing that, so we're fine. Yeah, and then we'll bring it back around that way. Slightly, and then maybe open up a nub there. I don't know, it'll work. Gots to have faith. The back wall will probably be, we'll use green wall to represent it. And then we can have an entire section wing here and dedicate rooms to it. Because there's a lot of like functional rooms. I do want a big fucking library. Probably like an apothecary kind of stuff. Like, I still want to do like a blacksmith and those kind of vibes. And like stables. We can bring some horses into the end. That's not cruel. We can collect all the variants at this point because this will be what this zombie skeleton and all the different horse cows. I don't think there's a crazy amount of horse cows. Like, certainly not like collecting every tropical fucking fish at the least. Okay, I'll get the shares before I do anything. That would be prudent. Wrong box. This box. We'll use Xavier's fancy ones that can meet us. Donka past Xavier. Very good, very nice. But as long as we just get a little bit of this castle planning done in the stream, I'm happy with that. Because you almost want to, I've found with planning this, is you want to give it time to be like, am I actually happy with the decision I made there? That's what I need to do with this project. I can't be too decisive. Well, I need to be decisive, of course, but I can't just instantly go like, yeah, that'll do. We don't want, yeah, that'll do. We want to exceed the expectations of the build. We need a little bit more spice than that, I'm afraid, Jardon. Right, that should be 7. Can I tell in here? No, I cannot. Because it all blends into one, of course. Without the, I should check. Because I'm pretty sure I placed... Oh, God damn it. I'm pretty sure I placed this block as an additional one, then the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 3, 3 ones. Whatever that is. Shouldn't be hard to figure out. I'll remove that. Yeah. And we'll use the cursed rain to get back up. Thank you. Glad the rain's actually like effective now, because before it was just annoying. Well, it is vibey, but you know, not exactly necessary. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. I do question if 3 was enough. I could do stagger it slightly more. Maybe do 2, 3, 2 instead of the singles. 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 2, 3, 2, and then do the wall. What's the shape of that? Because we do want it to be wide, but we can't. The problem is that becomes way too wide, and we need to curve it back in. Yeah, okay. In that manner, I shall stick with the original plan. Cheers. With the wool farm we have at this point, I'm not too worried about wool, but it still is like, I should probably pick that up. You know, the poor sheep are in the cage, might as well respect the wool they give us. Okay, what was this, 14? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, that matches up. And then we're just gonna do what, the inverse? I'm so glad I have this extension, because god, that would look cursed. Well, it could be just like some lipstick or something, I don't know. I think the end part's a bit too thick. Okay, that's it. Right, what's the song? Let's go to some Toby Fox. Let's get intense with it. Not that. No. Sure. It can get a bit creepy. A bit depressing, really. So what we might do here, unlike this front part, we might go down a bit back, or maybe shorten this in. I still think it is good because if you enter here, then like the thrones, yeah, that'll work. I also need to designate a place for stairs. And also, I will probably need another tower at the back here. Like that actually might be a good thing to build into, is like have the throne before a tower. Maybe that's, I don't know. It doesn't have to be based in realism. As long as it's fucking cool, I guess the cool points, and you can have that for free. Sure, why not? Let's play this. Fucking Megalovania. Okay. Then we need to almost somehow go diagonal. 1, 2, 3. We'll kind of copy it, but inversed. And then that, I need to give myself room for the tower. Or 2 towers. But yeah, no, that's a good curve. This is what, 1 block, 3 blocks, 7 block. Okay. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. Was it 3? It was 3. And then 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a beautiful. What a. Well, it almost gives the room for a throne in the center, and you can have that central space. Then to the sides, you can almost have like an entrance or like a council kind of area. That kind of makes sense. This castle shape is so goofy though. I love it. This is gonna be such a fuck of a build to pull off. I have faith. The thing I actually want to focus on for a second is connecting from that tower to this bit. And to be fair, towers can appear in strange places. Sure. Okay. I need to connect off this center? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We do need to adjust it quite diagonally. Gotta use a good old one block trick. 2, 3. Hell yeah. And then we can justify doing that. Yes! We'll start off with 5. Do a 3. Because I wanna give this as much space as we possibly can. Might actually be wise to just replicate what I did here again. So that was what, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've done that, and then do diagonals again. 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. I feel like that does need to be a 3 in itself. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a fix that we can actually achieve. Does that work better? I think we almost need to change it up here and go like that. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then pull a cheeky one there. And then 7 or something. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's actually good if I follow it along, because then I'll give like a gap for like secret little tunnels and shit. How am I feeling about that shape? As a ground floor, that's not bad. We just do not want it to be square. We want to be the towers very integrated. And we want to challenge. That could be a good space for like an apothecary there. It's got like a weird shape. And some devious things. And we love some devious things. And we might use the towers just as like stairwells. Especially that fucking tower. There should, in theory, be multiple ways. We kind of want it to be a maze. Not to a horrific level, like lots of options in a nice way that are like clearly like, to get to this, you can go this way. So there should be some logic. A tiny amount of logic, though. This is Jardon's after all. I don't want excessive logic here, just enough to get by. Okay, and then we just want to mirror this almost. I want to give enough space, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this dodgy fucking... You know, those gap in the walls you have. So you can overhear what the fucking rule is saying and be like, well, fuck. The castle should have secrets. You know? Like, in every medium of like castle, there should be secrets. Because you know, for a good castle to exist, not to mention the series that will not be named, who must not be named. They planned that themselves. One of the best things about that particular castle is like all the secret entrances. Like that's not unique to fucking Gogwarts. I guess I can say Hogwarts. It's not a fucking slur, it's just fucking Christ. Can be like a narrow passage. Or it could be nothing. Okay. We're gonna establish a bit more of the thing here, and I think we almost want to end it. Like round it off. Do a few of these. And then do a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then kind of want to have a tower at the back after that. I do feel like that is kind of like, yeah, what we're going for. I'm purposely doing a lot of like uneven numbers just because that generally, in my experience, allows for a lot more like fluid building. I could be completely wrong about it, but we're accepting that. Let's play some Skyrim. There we go. Skyrim might be a good place for inspiration, but to be fair, I feel like they're all gonna be... Well, no, Skyrim's fucking beautiful. I was about to be like, no, but they're gonna be all barren, stony towers. And maybe they are, but I don't think that's true. The joys of Adaptasia is I cannot visualize anything, but I can kind of remember. Very unique places. Don't fool, man. Silly guy. My god. Okay, 2 1s and then a 7. But yeah, this stream is a great insight to... I don't know what. My thinking? I don't know, certainly the choices I'm making, or some of the choices. I don't know how apparent or the ideas I'm actually like communicating across, or am I just killing you in like a very monotone voice? Well, either way, the point gets across, and well, the great whole certainly exists. I think I should just bridge the gap here. It might be more fun though to... Fun? 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Not fun, but to just have that go back like that. Yeah. Might as well. Alright. And we need to bring that around and almost go into a final tower. And luckily, this kindly does give us a center. The tower doesn't need to connect to this part of the castle inherently, it just... 4, 5, 6, 7... I don't think it needs to be as big as this one. I don't even think we have the space for it. No, we certainly don't. But I might just cut out the 2s and do the 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Right. That does leave us with a concerning... It can connect to the back hall, to be fair. But it would look weird if it's like half a tower. 1, 2... What am I doing? 9? That's gonna be hard to pull off in this space. I'll try it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... We'll build it over. Okay. Oh, that just does look goofy. Even if I connect the green to there. It's not a bad idea, it just doesn't work there. I'm better to do like 2 small back towers, I think, if anything. Kind of like on either side. Oops. Especially as I still want a variety of towers. They could be a lot more thin, pokey ones. The only thing I'm kind of like, well, literally bent. It is literally bent. Bent out of bind over though is, I don't think that's a good phrase. Is that sliver there? I could see the potential, as I said before many times, of secret wall, secret entrance in the wall. I don't know. Alternatively, it could disconnect in here, and this purple magenta can be like the, you know, continuation of the castle back. I don't think towers are a bad idea. I just need to manifest them, and maybe here. Yeah. I just need to do them off. I know what I'm doing. Trust, Jardon. Speaking to myself, not chat. Right, golly gosh. Hey, 68 minutes is 8 minutes over the bare minimum of a Jardon stream, so we'll take that. Realistically, I'm going to fill in these gaps here and then skedaddle. Is that gonna be too stubby of a tower? I don't think it will be. Yeah, if we went any bigger, it would be too big. Because there is the overhang of the walls, which luckily is quite a bit higher. And we can always adjust things. This might be problematic, but we'll work it out in the future. I just want to get the notion across. Nothing in this world or life is fixed in place. Everything can change. How do I feel about this? It's very diagonal, but I don't hate it. It makes sense. Am I just building another guy, but with the wheels? There's a guy within the guy now. It looks like a pacifier, if I'm being honest. Especially with like the purple and yellow. And then there's just like this weird like handle there. It might be almost like prudent to remove it. Or reverse the owl yet again. I think reverse the owl. And then there's a space for it. Yeah. And luckily for us, reversing the owl is very fucking easy, because all I need to do is remove this deep slate. I will have to go over the void a bit again. That's okay. We'll manage. Let's start from here. That'll be the easiest point. Can't really afford to lose blocks, so be careful. I'll just do a bit of each, then we should be able to easily meet it in the middle. And hopefully this doesn't look shit. Okay, well, that's not crazy over the edge. Hell, I don't have that for the walls. I kind of just adjust. Yeah, that's necessary. Cool, just reverse that, build that tower, and then I shall probably post a community post of this screenshot. I don't know why, I feel compelled to. It's like, hey guys, this is what we're gonna be working on for the next decade, if we're lucky. We're lucky if I'm lucky. I guess if you're lucky enough to want to watch this. What a privilege for you. Overshot that slightly. Pick up that deep sleep from earlier, that's fine. So this was what used to be called Grim Slate or something like that? Grim Rock? Grim Block? Lim Slop? I don't know. So close. I don't think we'd have to spend so much time adjusting the castle walls. But it kind of works. I don't like that the points are kind of jutting out like that, but I think it works up here. And I need to appreciate that a bit more. Like, it works. And we'll do the exact tower there. There'll be a lot of towers close together, but they'll be varying of heights, of texture. Grimstone. Okay, that makes much more sense. Thank you. Grim Gravel. When are they adding the sus rock? Don't worry, Diggin, you're almost through. This fucking... Right, I just need to place the wall. That should do the magic trick. I also, I've got one more exam to go. After that, I plan to come back to working on episode 3 of the Let's Play. And I'm gonna have to do a fun, like, montage. Not a montage of being like, well, I did this whilst I was away, and there's like 10 things. Yeah. Well, hell, just the end. Something very satisfying about just placing wall outlines in different colors. It's like, yeah, there's some semblance of notion going on here. Okay. Almost there. And the spell is almost broken. Okay, one more song as I look at this. But the final time, it might as well be sea shanty. The pumpkin, of course, plays in. I don't think the castles it needs to feel as organic as it does. I do like the spaces I've given myself though. I think that will definitely help. I do think this should just connect here instead of going along like it does. We might as well quickly fix that. You can always add secrets elsewhere. We've got to sea shanty ends to fucking fix this. 4, 5, 6. Cool, that'll do. Let's see what does that look like. Yeah, that fits the vibe. And that gives that space. I will need to obviously plan more entrances because this is currently closed off. So many things are closed off. But it might be fun for some things to be not, like, obviously accessible. Especially the towers. I don't know, I shouldn't be planning to make this the cunty castle or anything. But I almost need to connect that to that, and that to that. Like, curve that. Because that'll give us much more space for, like, meeting rooms that'll never be used. Just fun interiors to challenge myself. Obviously, as the castle goes up in floors, it'll hopefully get smaller but more vertically interesting. Because I do plan to do, like, at least 2 or 3 floors. Maybe not 3 floors. Maybe with certain things. Like, I don't need to condemn future me to too much pain. The courtyard feels very tiny now, but that's okay. And I need to work on some custom trees and things. I like these tiger trees. They are sufficient, but I would rather design some, even if they're just like slightly altered to be a bit more fantasy, like the Cobalt Sands ones. Except the Cobalt Sands ones would not fit here because just of colors, I think. I think the dark wood in the green contrast. The spruce and spruce sapling, spruce leaves are definitely a good contrast here. I just need to make some custom spruce trees. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this stream. If you enjoyed it, well, good for you. Hope you enjoyed it. There are no refunds, so fuck you. See you in another one. Bye-bye now. Thank you. I really need an OBS end button because it's like I can't exactly go fuck you and then take like 15 seconds to end the